Tom, I think you're getting infected with the Rotary Club disease. I've received little or no respect there, and certainly I expected a lot more this evening. I would like to ask the Executive Director of the Northumberland United Way and the Vice Chair of the United Way if they could go over to the X spot. That's you, Tom. And I'd also like to, at this point, because Suzanne said it was a good idea, and Linda confirmed, I would like the members of the Northumberland United Way Executive, if they could come up, please, if they're here this evening. Any members of the Executive, if they could come up. Of the board, then, yes, I'm sorry, of the board. Any members of the board, please come up, don't be shy. I'll do it, don't you worry. And also following instructions, would those who were former campaign chairs, could they come up, please? That's you, Patty, and that's you, Rod. And that's Scott. Now these people, these volunteers, along with the Executive Director, are what make the Northumberland United Way work, and has made it work over many, many, many years. So if they would just remain here. My third Mayor's Award of Distinction is being presented to an organization which will celebrate its 40th anniversary this year. In 1966, several local community members decided to work together in investigating the possibility of establishing a united appeal in Cobourg. I actually remember when they tried to organize that. So it was a long time ago. Over the years, there have been the Red Feather Campaign, the Community Chest campaigns to support local community needs, but establishing a local united appeal meant that several local organizations could come together under one umbrella to raise funds for the community. In the fall of 1969, then, the first ever United Appeal was launched. The Cobourg District United Appeal campaign was chaired by our former mayor, Mayor Angus Reid. Their target was to raise $30,000 for 6 local organizations. The organization was located right here in Victoria Hall with the support of the Chamber of Commerce. In the early years, it was led by leaders in our community such as George Jonaru, Ken Rumble, Mike Corro, Jim Redmond, Bill Poirier, and Ron Sargent. The campaigns included door-to-door canvassing, support through workplace campaigns at Kraft, at General Wire and Cable, and from individuals. In the early 80s, the name changed from the United Appeal to Cobourg and District United Way. In 1988, the name was changed again to reflect the county, and they became known as the Northumberland United Way. Throughout the 90s, their volunteer board of directors continued to work to expand their base and serve the needs of the county, funding close to 20 agencies. Imagine. The organization was led by such notables as Ross Quigley, Don Conway, Scott McCoubrey, Gordon Paddy Lay, Bill Patchett, and our cleaner from Cobourg. We all know who that is, Rod Baker. And even myself, I was privileged to be head of the campaign one year. The funds they raised grew to over $650,000 per year. As they moved into the new millennium, the United Way began to take on a new role. It expanded into overseeing and providing programs and programming. Today, it not only is the largest private non-government funder of health and social services in the county, it also oversees vital programs including the annual Day of Caring, Backpacks for Kids, which last year ensured that 1,100 children and youth had the school supplies they needed to go back to school. Let me read that to you again. Last year, the Backpacks for Kids ensured that 1,100 children in Northumberland County had the school supplies they needed to go back to school. Those for children who couldn't afford it, the families couldn't afford it. The Food for All Warehouse, which is a collaboration with the County of Northumberland to enhance food security in the area. Over 155 local agencies have accessed the warehouse in Cobourg, and close to 1.5 million pounds of food is distributed to the food banks and the school nutrition programs and the community agencies. And again, Northumberland United Way has taken a significant leadership in that program. Yesterday, the United Way announced that they exceeded their goal for 2008 and raised $848,000. As we all know, the last few months of 2008 and the start of 2009 have been difficult years economically. It shows how much the community cares that they're still able to dig into the wallets and pull out a check or some money to support an organization they know is so valued. This is once again a tremendous effort by the countless volunteers and support of the United Way to achieve this target. These funds will be crucial to support programs and services throughout the county in 2009. As I said at the beginning, this year the United Way celebrates its 40th anniversary in Northumberland County. Think of the lives they have helped and changed through the dollars they have raised and invested locally to support children and youth, seniors, families, and individuals. They say 1 in 3 is touched by the United Way funding program and service. So I am very pleased this evening to present to the Northumberland United Way a Mayor's Award of Distinction and truly say thank you for the tremendous work they do to make our community a better place to live in. Thank you very much.